There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. A run for Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Chubb again the ball carrier. Devin White on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
On third down, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
Winston's pass. Complete.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. May hear a few words from his head coach on that decision.
The Bucs take over.
So here the Bucs backed up to start their initial drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, it's Hines. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
2 yards on the play. And a Buccaneer first down.
On first down, Hines. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20. But over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Browns take over first and 10. at their
The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
For Odell Beckham.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Jameis to throw it. And finding the tight end Hooper. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
On 2-yard.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Winston. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Browns nothing.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss result.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you're playing the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Complete to Dante.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
6-yard line.
Winston. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Chubb on the carry.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Back to throw now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Intended for O.J.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. This is Hines. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
on 3rd down. Hines. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Going deep this time for Miller. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there's a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
3rd down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. He may try and run for this. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Back to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete.
The pass. Complete to
a gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Nyheim Hines. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Buccaneers.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The second down pass.
That's sort of the second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if... First one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Flushed out right. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, but it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Going up top for Miller. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Miller. incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit. Because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On 1st down, it's Hines. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
On the stop.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the Browns' 11-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The ball carrier still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Winston now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
Number 24, Nick Chubb.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
from the 38. Winston gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Winston's pass.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
4 brings up 3rd and 4. Winston from the gun on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
And we'll follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding room at the 30. To the right side, complete to Miller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They run with Hines. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
Phillips on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the lot. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Now this throw caught left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Tyus Bowser gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and
they stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Olivier Vernon on the tackle.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Down by Levante Davis.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. At the buck.
Here's Winston. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run again with Hines. And some room to maneuver. 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
24.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
6-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown, Browns.
In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 33 yards that time.
That's good concentration right there, and he did a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. And it certainly doesn't hurt that at 6'5", he's got a big wingspan that allows him to go up and complete that play.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. On third down, Hines. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10. A looming decision to make on the conversion. Down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Nyheim Hines, the ball carrier.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Here's Hines. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth and goal.
They'll go with a big bang Fournette, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, then you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. That one is caught by Hunt.
Winston's pass.
He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here, the 32.
The second down pass.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Devin White on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run with Chubb, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So now the Bucs down on the scoreboard. 90 seconds remaining. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Mike Evans.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Clock running. The Bucs trying to go quickly and get set. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On third down, Hines. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. And he's got Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll run it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure, and this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance, and let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Dancing to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Flipped off by Grant Delpit.
The 2-point attempt is no good.
And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able